How's everybody doing? I just built me some firmware for a TP-Link TL730RE range extender. And now I'm going to configure that firmware and see if it works. I'm going to try to make this just as fast and quick as possible. So let's get started. I built this firmware about 2 days ago, and now I put it on. I installed it, and now I'm going to configure it. Alright, log in. Go to System, Administration, and give it a password. And click Save and Apply. Then go to Network. And you see right here, the only thing this thing's got is a LAN. Just one LAN. It doesn't have a WAN or a switch. It's just got a LAN. That's all it's got. It's a range extender. Go to Wi-Fi. Click Scan. Alright, there we are. This is my main router. Hey, watch this. Somebody's got a hidden. They don't want me to look at it. That one's new. And I'm going to join this network. This is my main router. This is where I'm going to get my internet from. This is where I'm going to get all my IPs from. This is my main router. Click Join Network. This right here is the access key for the main router. And change one letter, WAN, WLAN. Click on LAN. Click Submit. Alright. Now this right here is, I had automatically picked it up. I'm on channel 6. That's what I'm on. I'm on channel 6, and this is already set up for 30 dWi. DMB, and that's 1,000 milliwatt. I'm going to jack it down to about 24 dBm. That's 251 milliwatt. That's pretty good. They ought to give me a pretty good signal on this range extender. Click Save and Apply. Alright, and that's it. That's all we're going to use the Lucy for right now. Alright, now let's go to WinSCP and start the main configuring. And protocol is SCP, and the router IP is 192.168.1.1. I'm using port 22. Username is root and whatever password that you gave it. Hit the login button. Okay, here we are. And I'm already in the ECT config. These right here are the configs I'm going to be using. This right here pretty much are the configs that I put on another one of my videos. And these are the ones we're going to be using. First, let's go to wireless. Right click it, click to edit. Everything we just got done in Lucy went right here. This is it. This right here is the WLAN. I switched it over to WLAN. If I hadn't, it just would have said WWAN, but I switched over to WLAN. And this is my main router, and my encryption is PSK is radio O, and the mode is STA, and this right here is my MAC address, and this is my key. You probably just need to keep the MAC address that y'all have. because if y'all configure it, the router or range extender or whatever you got, it's got its own MAC address, and you need to keep it. This one's mine. I got a bunch of old routers I can get the MAC off of, but I don't really care if you copy this down. It ain't no big deal to me. And this right here is the key. That's what I'm going to be logging into. You can use this one if you want to. There really ain't too much I can do about it. I can always change it. And if you want to use this one, I reckon you can go ahead if you want to. The only thing I can do about it is boohoo. And that's about it. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, we are now ECT. Since I built this firmware, I didn't do a OPKG update. Well, this one right here doesn't have a WAN port, and the only way you can do a OPKG update is to plug your internet into a WAN port, and this range extender doesn't have one, and this was the main purpose of me building this firmware, and I put relay D on it so I would have it. The only thing I got to do is just configure it. Alright, now these right here are off of a TP-Link WR143ND. You ain't going to use all of them, just the one right here. Config Wi-Fi interface device radio O. Option mode is access point AP, and this right here is the SSID that you're going to be looking for. Or you could change this right here anything you want it to. Repeater number 2, or my repeater, or my Wi-Fi, whatever you want to name it. This is what you're going to be looking for. I named it OpenWRT repeater number 2. That's what I'm going to be looking for. And the encryption is PSK, and the option is the same thing that I do for when I'm logging onto my main router. I just do this for convenience. You could change this one. Now when you log on to your repeater, whatever you got it named, this right here is your SSID, that's what you're looking for. Whatever key, and it needs to be a hexadecimal. It can be shorter than this or longer than this, but it needs to be a hexadecimal. Because I see if you just put in a name or something that's not hexadecimal, I have seen it screw up other routers. They just put something in there, a name, and it's not a hexadecimal. It'll screw up. A router just won't work right just because of your access key is not a hexadecimal. I don't know if it'll do it on OpenWRT, but I have seen it done. So that's why I got it hexadecimal. Like this right here is a hexadecimal key that I had generated from a key generator. So I could generate all the hexadecimal keys that I want. I got an endless supply. But when you log on to this is the key you're going to be using. Whatever you got down here, that's what you need. Now, if you got a laptop, a pad, Kindle pad, Kindle Fire pad, or whatever you got, and you want to log on to your repeater, whatever you got right here, this is the key you're going to use. I'm going to use this one, but it's the same as this, and I just did it for convenience sake, so I ain't got to remember a whole bunch of keys. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I ain't got hardly no neighbors, so I don't really got a problem with hackers hacking onto my wireless, unless I don't know, unless all of a sudden a bunch of them moved in and I don't know nothing about it. Okay, let's continue. You want this right here, just swipe it. Copy. Right click and paste. And right there it is. Alright, that looks good. Click the save button. Now it's in the query. Give it a second. Now when I get all done, I'm gonna set this thing up as a client bridge plus repeater. And I'm going to test the client bridge part, and I'm going to test the repeater part and be sure both are working. So I'm going to log on to both of them. Edit, be sure it's there, always double check it. And like I said, this is the repeater part. You're going to look for this SSID, and you're going to use this key. Whatever you got that key there, if you want to use this, and go ahead. Ain't nothing I can do to stop you. But be sure it's a hexadecimal. Everything will work out right if it's a hexadecimal. And then this was what you're going to use. Log in, and it should log on to your repeater, no problem. All right, let's continue. Next, we're going to go to the network. All right, there's the network file. Open, click, edit. And as you can see, there's no switch or nothing else down here. It's just got the LAN and the loopback and the globals. This one right here is the interface WLAN option proto DHCP. The DHCP, I ain't going to have none on this. You do not need a DHCP server on your client bridge plus a router. You're getting all your IPs from your main router. If you got two DHCP server working on a client bridge with the repeater, it's going to screw up. It's not going to work. You can scratch and say, hey, what's going on? What's going on? I ain't got no internet. It's not logging on. You only need one DHCP, and that's coming from the main router where you're getting your internet from. Your main router. So I don't need this. I'm just going to right click, delete. And okay. Now let's talk about this option interface name ETH0. If yours is ETH0, leave it. If yours is ETH1 or ETH0.1, leave it. Do not change this. If you change this right here and reboot it, your LAN's going to quit. You just bricked the router. You have just screwed up. But if you have done that and somehow or another you did screw up, there is a fail-safe on Openwrt. Use it, put it back the way it was, and give it another try. Because this one right here came off of one of my other routers I set up for a client bridge repeater, and this is, I think, came off of WR143ND. The option interface name on this one is ETH0.1. Now, if this right here is the default on the router, I mean on the range extender we're using now, it's ETH0. Leave it. Don't touch it. You ain't got to. And also, pretty much everything's the same. Option of force link 1, option of force link 1, option type bridge, option type bridge, option proto static. Option proto static. Now right here we got option IP adder is 192.168.1.1. This is the IP you use to log into the router. If you need to get back into the router, whatever this IP is right here, that's the one you got to use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to 192.168.0.33. What it is, it's on the same subnet as my gateway. My gateway IP, might as well say my main router, is 192.168.0.22. And it's on the same subnet. The reason I want it on the same subnet is if I need to log back into my router, it's on the same subnet. So all I got to do is type in 192.0.33 and I can log right back in it. But if I don't change this and I won't log into it 192.168.1.1, that means I got to change the IP of the computer that I'm using to the subnet of 192.168.1 just to log back into it. I'm just doing it for convenience. Changing your IP to this subnet to log in, it's a little bit of a hassle, but you could do it. But if you got it on the same subnet, because this right here is what's handing out the IPs, and my IP, when it hands it out, will be in this range right here. The only thing I got to do is fire up my browser, type in 192.168.0.33, and boom, I've just logged into the router, and I'm ready to look around and do whatever I want to do and get back out of it. Okay. Okay, let's keep on. Now we're all done with this config interface LAN. So I need to change the subnet and change it to 3.3. And that's the only thing I've done. Only thing I did to this interface LAN, I just changed into login IP adder to 192.168.0.33. Now, we do need these two configs. The config interface star bridge and this one right here. Config interface WLAN. So just swipe them. Right click, copy, and paste. And right there they are. Now this is the WLAN, proto-static, and this right here is option IP adder. Now this one right here on the star bridge is option IP adder. Leave these the same. You could use this right here. The only reason I got it 192.168.0.99 is my main router starts handing out IPs at 192.168.0.100. So this right here is out of range, and there's no chance of my DHCP server changing this, because these two need to be the same, because it's going to be using these IPs internally to communicate with each other. And option network is 255.255.550, and this right here is option gate. This is my gateway. This is the IP of my gateway. This is where my main router is, where I'm getting my internet, my IPs, everything from. And it's 192.168.0.22. Now this is a very, very important. This right here is star bridge, and it's proto relay, and it's relaying it in between the LAN and the WLAN. And like I said, this is option IP adder. This needs to be exactly what the IP adder is on this one, exactly identical, or it won't work. These two has got to be identical. Okay, click save. And it's in the query. Give it some time. Trying to make this a fast, because a lot of my videos are 30 minutes long or longer, and pretty sure y'all out there watching me falling asleep. There's one guy saying, "Yeah, that guy puts me to sleep." And so, yeah, I turn his videos on just to take a nap. I said, well, that's good. Okay, it's changed. Double check your stuff. And right there, everything is. Okay, now I'm going to go to the DHC. Even though I deleted the DHCP thingy out of this one, I'm going to go ahead and go up here and just be sure. I'm going to, it's off, because you don't want two DHCP servers working. Okay, copy. Go right here under config DHCP LAN, and all this does is just turn off your DHCP. When it boots up, it sees this ignore one, loads it up, and it will not load it. So it's definitely the DHCP server is off. This is what it does. Okay, click save. Be sure always click save in the query, because if you don't click save and close everything out and boot it up and it's not right, you're going to have to go back in here and check and find out why, because you probably didn't save it, and double check it. And right there it is. DHCP LAN, option ignore one. Okay. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to fire up Putty. I like this one in SCP, and let me show you, how to get the Putty to work with this button right here. This right here is a copy of Putty EXE. You can either run it from your desktop, or you can click this button right here, Open Session in Putty. What you do is, let me just show you what you do right quick. You go to C, and you go to Programs file. Either you got an 86 or a 64-bit. I think this one right here, 32-bit or 64-bit, and I think the copy I got is a 32-bit. So you go to the Programs file 86, and then you look for the WinSCP, which is right here. And this right here is my copy copy that I dropped in this folder is Putty EXE. If you put a copy in this folder right here, then you could just use this button right here, and that fires Putty up. And there it is. Ain't that neat? Alright. There's Putty. And right now, only thing we're going to use Putty for is we're going to do away with the firewall. Put in your password that you put in at the beginning of the video, whatever you gave your password to log into it. That's the same one that you log in on Putty. And didn't take it. Let's try it again. There it is. Alright. This right here what flushes everything. Just copy. Paste. And there it's flush, 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 flush. And this is, after you flushed it, this is the command that disables it. And that's it, disabled. We are done. We are finished. Okay, close everything out. Alrighty. Okay, this right here is the IP that this range extender gave it before I configured it. Now I'm going to reboot the range extender. And let's see if the client bridge part works. There I go. I am now rebooting my range extender with my new copy that I built of Openwrt build I built 2 days ago. Got it configured, got it installed. Let's see if it works. It is now booting up. And right there it is. My DHCP server's coming from 192.168.0.22. Default gateway is 192.168.0.22, and this is the IP that it gave it. Okay, let's see if I got any internet. Checking for the internet. Come on. Okay, there's Googly. And let's go to Openwrt website. See if we got any of that. No. Hey, this is the Openwrt website. General. No. And I got internet. What in the world? Alright. Now it wants to be a pain. Okay, this security is just what it is. I just took the I downgraded from 11 back to my 10. I'm going to have to go to my security and turn it down on this. New. That's aggravating. Let me fire up my Mozilla. Come on, Mozilla, hurry up. Okay. All right. Okay. This is a site I use to buy a lot of my parts. This is where I got a lot of my motherboards from. Ooh, they only got 4 different ones. Boy, they got a whole bunch of them. They're selling them pretty good. Okay, the internet is working okie dokie. Alright, now what I'm going to do is unplug this range extender, walk across the room, plug it up, and then I'm going to plug up another client bridge router, and I'm going to log on to the Wi-Fi and see if my firmware that I just built 2 days ago is working on the repeater part. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I got both routers booting up. Two dot 168 dot 2 dot. And this is the IP for the router I just plugged in. I got to log into it. Okie dokie. Okay, here I am. Wi-Fi. Scan. Okay, right here's my main router, and here's this Openwrt repeater number 2. Let's join this one. Alright, since the keys are the same, change this to WLAN, submit. All that looks good. VM22, save and apply. I am now logging on to the SSID, Openwrt repeater number 2. That's it, that looks good, and the radio is on. I'm all the way at 91%, well that's 87, 91. It ain't too far away, 87, well that's pretty good. Okay, let's check if I got internet. There it is. And Looks like they got a new website. Something looks a little different from this from last time. Yeah. It looks like a little dark for some reason. Can't half read it. Oh, hey, this is right here's my video. Oh, this is the one that I did before. Configure an Openwrt as a client bridge with a repeater. It's not playing because I ain't got my I think my player installed. My Adobe player, I think. But right here, click on the read more, and these right here are the configs right there. If you need some configs, just go to the that one right there and scoop them up. Right there, all the configs that I used. Right there. And show less. Okay, folks. That's it. I config the client bridge is working and the wireless repeater is working. Everything's working okay. My firmware that I built 2 days ago on my Linux box that I put Ubuntu made on is doing just great. It's just great. Hope y'all learned something, and bye.